deep research is not worth the money. Well, maybe if you have a special prompt. With this prompt, I do think it kind of is worth the money. But you will have to follow a weird process. I found this thing on X and then I think that linked to Reddit. I'm not quite sure, but this is pretty much the thing that generates the meta prompt. You can use O1 Pro mode for that to start out, and it basically helps to structure a deep research request in a better way. So you see, it, for example, identifies key objectives. So if you have multiple plans, even it will go into making sure it will analyze them all. That's why it says each plan. Different research methods. It helps provide evaluation criteria to the model, or well, it prompts it to think about them. Expected outcomes as well. And yeah, so I just added a plan thingy down here, and then I think of something I want to think about. For example, I want to create a prompt for my LLM to automatically generate blog posts for my software company that provides software solutions, obviously, to real estate agents. These agents mostly are subsidiaries of VR bank companies. I think that's great. This is pretty much the company I work for. So this is maybe a prompt that will actually help us. So I'm just using this as an example of something that is useful to me if it's good. So you can see if I think it's useful. So I just sent this. I have not activated deep research yet. This is just for using O1's reasoning to improve my prompt, right? So this will take a while, but yeah, we'll just wait. I'm sorry that you cannot read these meta thoughts, I guess. These are just summarized thoughts from the reasoning tokens, but well, as I have a German account, everything is going to be in German, which is annoying. But it does work, so it still generates German, English reasoning tokens, at least I hope. If anyone knows how much the German or, well, other than English languages have improved in ChatGPT, let me know in the comments. I'm not too sure if it's still always the best way to just do everything in English and then translate at the end. But this is what I usually do, and I think it works well. Hopefully it's gonna be quick. It's really important to actually use O1 Pro. In the X or Reddit threads, they used O3 Mini for constructing the plan first, which I think it can be good if you want to first iterate on the plan if the thing that comes out isn't that great. But usually I found that when I use O1 Pro, it's great instantly. So I'll take the hit of not iterating that much on my base prompt, but then have a great base prompt instantly. I'm pretty sure I will have to cut the recording for the research part of this video, but we should be done soon, hopefully. But for the deep research part, it's really, really important to use O1 Pro. I feel like O3 Mini has failed me on every single request. I went that far that I even, when speaking to people, I said that deep research is not worth the money, but I do think with O1 Pro it is worth the money. I've had a research about specifically implementing a kind of add-on in Satamic, and it was really great. I actually read like for 16 minutes the whole text it generated, so it was good. Okay, let's see. We want the key objectives, so design a prompt that consistently produces high quality engaging blog posts for real estate agents affiliated with VR Bank. Okay, I think this we're gonna see if it's good. Okay, what data does it think it needs? Brand guidelines. Okay, that's good. Pain points, interests. Yes, VR Bank network. Yeah. I think this could be good. I would read more of this and then maybe iterate, but as we do not want to waste our time, what you do now is copy the whole thing, create a new chat. Make sure to select O1 Pro again. You paste in this. There's the 3 dotted lines. You want to remove those. The content is prelude pretty much, and then the conclusion. Let's remove that as well. So we only have the whole research thing. Then we activate deep research and we start. Usually we'll have to answer some more questions. So let's see what it's gonna ask. Okay, this is only, do you need a specific competitor analysis? If there is benchmarks, add them. I don't need specific competitor analysis. So let's see. I'm just gonna shut up until it's done, I guess, because this is gonna take a while. Sometimes it takes 30 minutes. Usually it's a bit quicker, but depending on the topic, it can really take quite long. But the good thing is it takes long and you can actually do work while doing that. And I feel like the research it does, if you wait for half an hour to then read research that's worth 2 or 3 hours of your time clicking around in Google, that's worth it. Especially the synthesis part, which is quite exciting. I've worked on trying to automate synthesis with back then small language models in my thesis, and it was not great back then, but this is quite exciting. Okay, so I'm just gonna wait for it to finish and then I'm gonna show you what's happening. So we are finally done. Let's see what ChatGPT has provided to us doing deep research. AI generated real estate blog content benchmarks. I'm not sure I actually only wanted benchmarks, but let's see. Industry experts note that AI text may be 80 to 90% accurate. I'm not so sure about that, but well, for at least for realtors, that may be correct. We're actually generating a lot of text for real estate by just adding the data we have from him and then generating text. So this does work, and I feel like usually the texts are quite accurate. They probably usually are too much, but they work. Readers are advised to double check. Yeah, that's great. Brand voice alignment. I feel like this one is a little bit too general. It has a lot of sources, but I think I wasn't specific enough with where we're from. We're from Germany, so there's a lot of American sources, which probably are great. Always fact check, maintain voice consistency. Yeah, sure. We want a brand voice profile that makes sense. transparency, I'm not sure. I'm not sure anyone would appreciate knowing that they have just read AI text. I think it's more important to actually have text that is that great that you do not care who wrote it, which should be the goal. So readability, 7th to 8th grade reading level for general content, great. Time on page. I think this is quite general. I'm not too happy with the output I generated here, but I promise you, try this and you will see that the output that is actually produced is a lot better than it would be if you didn't use the meta prompt. So let's see, do we have frequency of refresh? I mean, these are good. We still have evergreen content, housing market predictions for 2024 aren't that great. That makes sense. That's good to know. Text side. That's, yeah. I think I shouldn't have said anything about metrics. The benchmarks have pretty much destroyed. Whatever. There we go. AI assisted blogging in practice. This is something I'm actually interested in again. So the agent perspective. Many real estate professionals have shared success stories of using AI as a co-author for their blogs. For example, Jimmy Burgers, CEO of Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Beach Properties of Florida, that's a great company name, has discussed how he uses ChatGPT to jumpstart his writing process. Okay, that's cool. He input a prompt to generate a draft for a topic like tips for selling a beach house. Then he applies his own expertise to review and personalize the output. The result is a well-structured article produced in a fraction of the time, but still imbued with his local market knowledge and personality. I think this works well, but use the meta prompting strategy I've just shown you here. I think you can then improve your quality even more. This human AI collaboration allows him to publish content at scale while maintaining authenticity. As he puts it, treat ChatGPT as an assistant and always review the output. I think I agree with that. The AI handles routine drafting and the agent polishes the tone. Yeah, that sounds good. So we have a marketing strategist called Katie Lance, who similarly notes that agents leveraging AI must add a personal touch. That's absolutely correct. She's seen some agents blindly post AI text, which came off as generic. I've seen that as well. Whereas the successful cases are those who added in their own anecdotes or specific examples. Her advice, use AI to save time, but don't skip the human step. I am absolutely with you there. These insights illustrate that AI is most powerful as a productivity tool alongside agent input, not a total replacement. Yeah, that's I'm in agreement. I think these sources are actually cool, so I would probably read up on the Florida Realtors website. So even if I'm not 100% happy with the output I got, I'm not going to read everything in this case, but I've had some sources that I actually do like and that I'm going to read up on. So deep research, again, it did work for me, that I appreciate it. We are now at like 19 minutes and I've had a deep insight into, well, using AI in realtor work in general, especially when producing texts with AI. So that was interesting. And yeah, maybe I'm gonna do another little research video about other topics again, and then we'll see if there's something better. But that's all for now. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one.